Good morning. My name is Audrey and I am going to run through my alarm clock. Here's my Arduino 1 and here's my breadboard. So pretty much what's going on here is that I have a photoresistor, an LED, and a beepy thing. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the voltage from the photoresistor. I am reading it through analog pin 0 and I'm putting that into my code. And then I am using the outcome of that circuit here on this circuit side, because this is the circuit divider. I'm taking that and then I'm using the data to then determine how much my LED and my voltage should be responding. So right here I have my alarm pin hooked up to 12 and my LED pin hooked up to number 6. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. Now I'll run through my code. So I am creating an integer value of the LED pin and alarm pin so that I can later utilize it to create high-low outputs of the two. And then I initialize the volt reading. And so then my void setup, I start the serial monitor and then I do the pin mode thing so that it shows that these are outputs and not inputs, so that then I can tell the program what I want it to do. And so over here I have void loop, and so I'm having the volt reading equal the analog read of the analog pin 0. And then I'm using a float to then times the float volt to then times that by the ratio, so then I know the actual voltage and not just the analog voltage. And then over here I have serial print so that I can see what's going on. I'll real quickly plug that back in so you can see how it responds to light. This is gonna be annoying, but yeah, see that's moving. And then since the resistance goes down below 2 volts, it's then slowing down the beeping. But when I remove my finger from the photoresistor, it's then speeding up. And then if I turn off the lights entirely in the room, you can see up here, it read it as a 0, which is less than 0.7. So what I did here is I have an if-else statement. The first if statement I have is volt is greater than 2. So if the photoresistor is seeing more light, it's going to tell my two digital pins to be high. And then I'm doing a delay and then turning them off just so it's that beeping noise, and so it's really annoying. And then I have an else statement, so if I have a voltage that is less than 0.7, which I kind of felt like was a good middle ground since you might still have light in your room, then it's dark outside, go to bed. I put both of my alarm pin and LED pin low, which means off. And then for my next else statement underneath this main else statement, if the person is trying to dim the light, it's very complicated to choose the exact, like if it's greater than this, less than that. So I just made it my else statement. I have it at a slower delay so that it's a little bit less annoying, but you still need to get out of bed and unplug your Arduino. And yeah, so that's my software and this is my hardware. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe.